All right. Hello. Welcome to part two. If you haven't watched part one yet, you probably should do that first. But I split them up so that you can watch them at your leisure in case you don't have that much time available to you when you are watching videos. Okay. So, what I wanted to continue with today is talking about a little bit what I brought up last time about these bloodlines, basically, of these fallen angels, because that's essentially what they are, is these bloodlines of these fallen angels. And many may wonder, well, why would the true God of all things want these, her offspring? I'll say their offspring, because I can't forget Father. He's my heart. But yeah, why would the divine parents allow their offspring to basically be born from these bloodlines? I talked about redemption, but there's also something that I was kind of thinking, should I mention, should I not mention it? But because of the origin of these fallen ones, they're actually, even though they've went against the true God or source, however you want to put it, basically they still have that vibration and frequency that is similar to the original, which was able to connect to source if they are in the vibration of love. So once that vibration of love is lowered and they're operating in fear and greed and selfishness, they can't directly connect to source. But we still need that in order to be able to basically inhabit an avatar or a carbon based body. So we do need to come through these bloodlines of these light beings, basically, even though they rebelled. Yes, it's a chance that, you may not basically be able to vibrate high enough to connect to your higher self or your true identity. But for the most part, that's not a problem because your core, no matter what, still vibrates in that frequency. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Now, as far as basically this Yahweh Elohim, also known as Jehovah now, constantly trying to create his own nation, you have literally seen through this book right here how he does it. He does it by taking over land and nations that do not belong to him. He acquires these things most of the time by force. Now, you can think back, not just in the Bible accounts, but also the spread of Christianity, which I said was not backed by the true gods. Jesus would not have approved of Christianity that is spread by taking over nations and slaughtering ones who are connected to source and creation, ones that are close with the earth, close with the universe, the stars, the planets, all of this. I'm telling you to take the scales off your eyes now. There's not time for people to cover them and be ignorant at this point. This has always occurred with this Yahweh and the nations that he approves of, basically conquering and taking over other nations. So, why do I mention that now? Because the same thing is going on right now with Jehovah's Witnesses. Now, Jehovah's Witnesses or Watchtower, whatever you want to call, cannot go taking over other nations with, guns and basically by military force. So, how are they doing it? Think How do you take over the world without using actual war? So you seem like you're a holy nation. You purchase properties throughout the entire world, one by one by one by one, until you have a prominent stance as far as what you own, actual land. Now you know what Watchtower is trying to do. This is why they're always trying to build more, acquire more properties, sell in order to get more properties that have more of a, basically more square footage, square mileage, whatever you want, so they can make their mark on this planet worldwide. So they're doing so under the disguise of a religion, acquiring properties throughout the world. Sorry, Watchtower, I am foiling your plan so everybody knows. Now, at this point, not only have you ruined people's lives, made them suffer mentally, emotionally, spiritually, in so many ways. Like, I'm trying not to get angry because last time I got very upset. Like, I literally busted a vessel in my eye and it was just a big red ugliness for weeks. It finally started to heal up. So I'm not going to get upset. I'm going to calm down. I am peace. Yes. But the stuff they have done, unforgivable. Unforgivable. You've had all the warning signs. You have had all the warning signs. You took none of them to heart. None of them. None of them. So at this point, you will be exposed for what's really going on. That shooting will expose you because not only will it highlight your evil shunning practices that harm and hurt so many, but your doctrines as well, that even when ones are raised around this so called religion, but never become members, they are ostracized by their family as well and being told that they're never good enough because they didn't accept Jehovah and they have problems. I have someone very close to me going through it. She never became a witness, but was raised in that environment and is always having to deal with the stigma that she is never enough. She is never approved by this fraudulent God. At this point, if the government sees all the things that are going on between the shootings, the shunnings, the child sex abuse, and chooses to do nothing about it, you ones who are in power in the government positions and choose to look the other way or do things for your own benefit, you are blood guilty as well. And I'm not just talking about Jehovah's Witnesses, but other things religions and these organizations have been doing, and you've turned a blind eye. Enough is enough. Okay, I said I was going to be calm. All right. So that's it for today. Hopefully, now you understand exactly who Watchtower is, what their plan is, why they say that they're going to be the only ones surviving in order to create this new world order, why they name their Bible the New World Translations, because their plan is to take over the world by buying properties in different countries so they have ownership of each country. Hemos, I love you. This is why I'm telling you at this point, you need to make a decision instead of having one foot in and one foot out, because it could very well cost you your life. All right. Peace be with you, and I love you. Bye bye.